अरे हम भी तो दिल्ली के हैं। ओ भाई, हम भी तो दिल्ली के।
Their cries are never heard over the din of the traffic and the rails. On their own in Delhi, with no place to call their home, Deepak and people like him are forced to spend the cold night under this flyover.
It's past 11 p.m. and Delhi's homeless are fighting an extremely difficult battle to beat this cold. They have the flyover to cover their head, but nothing to beat this extreme winter chill.
There are about 60,000 homeless people in Delhi, but the city has only 64 permanent and 54 temporary shelters, which can accommodate just over 14,000 people. So on any given night, there are about 40,000 of them out there on the streets. Tonight, we'll visit some of these shelters. This one near Nehru Place was hurriedly built after the Supreme Court ordered the Delhi government to reopen the demolished shelter here. It's located in the middle of nowhere and hardly sees any footfall.
मालूम हो तो क्यों नहीं जाएंगे हम लोग, क्यों इतनी ठंडी में क्यों मरेगा? हाँ?
It's midnight when we reach another shelter near Sarai Kale Khan. We find a few people still coming in to sleep. They are happy that they can find some protection from the cold.
मैं पहले फुटपाथ पे सोता था, अब है जो इस रैन बसेरे को सुन करके देख करके है जो इसमें सोने लगे.
It's now 2 a.m. and we are at one of the oldest and the biggest permanent shelters. We find over 400 people sleeping in these 3 huge halls.
If I am to sleep in this night shelter, I would be given this blanket and this cloth to sleep on. This is clearly not enough to beat the winter cold. But for most of the homeless who spend their nights here, this blanket and the shelter could make a difference between life and death.
But even that comfort is only for the lucky few. The rest, the vast majority of the homeless of Delhi, spend the cold night out there on the footpaths and under the flyovers. In New Delhi, this is Shubhajit Sengupta.